Offline program, and this is a very special program for us. That is debate, and its topic is it is the teacher, not the student who fails. So I am very sorry to say that no one wants to sit on this here. So I again request Mr. Sam. Yes.
Name of one invited. Directly name the person invited.
Now, sir, please take the chair of chairman and take the responsibility along with. And we all welcome you. Please come. It is a really great pleasure for us to nominate Ram Kumar, math teacher, as a chairman for today's program, and he will keep an eye, and finally he will give some special precious words about this program. Please, sir. Please. This is really very a hot and very balanced topic for the debate, as we are also a teacher. So, first of all, I would like to call in favor of this topic Prem Kumar sir. Please. Prem Kumar sir. He will try to prove this, that is, it is the teacher, not the student, who fails. Sir, please.
Today I will say in favor of it is the teachers, not the students who fails. I am totally agree with this line. अगर कोई स्टूडेंट्स फेल होता है तो स्टूडेंट्स का फेलियर नहीं होता, वो टीचर का फेलियर होता है, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं टीचर ने अपना 100% नहीं दिया होता है, जैसे कारण एक स्टूडेंट्स फेल जैसे मैं करते ये डिपेंड करता है स्टूडेंट्स का इंटरेस्ट। अगर स्टूडेंट्स का इंटरेस्ट है अगर क्रिकेट मैच खेलने में, तो वहाँ पे उनके उसके लिए टीचर कोच काम कोच का टीचर के रूप में काम। तो अगर वहाँ पे अगर वो क्रिकेट का अगर वो सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता, तो वहाँ पे उसका फेलियर नहीं होता, कोच का फेलियर।
Okay, now I would like to call Sapna ma'am. For 10.
And we will call 2 persons from for 1 person against.
So today our topic
Now I would like to call my MD Javed, and he will show his view against this topic.
खूबसूरत टॉपिक है. It is the teacher, not the student. देखने में इस उन्वान का इतना मजेदार उन्वान है कि इस उन्वान पे अगर बहुत कुछ कहा जाए बहुत देर लगेगा, लेकिन मेरे ख्याल में टीचर कभी फेल नहीं होता है, फेल होता है स्टूडेंट. टीचर को फेल होने के टीचर किस तरह से फेल होगा? वह अपने सब्जेक्ट में, अपने कोर्स में, पंक्चुअलिटी में, हर तरह से अगर वह अपना काम को पूरा करता है, अंजाम दे देता है अपने काम को, तो सवाल ही नहीं उठता है कि स्टूडेंट फेल. हाँ, फेल अगर होता है तो स्टूडेंट होता है, वह अपने टीचर की बात नहीं मानता है, तो उसके बताए हुए काम को नहीं करता है, उसके मुताबिक नहीं चलता है, तो फेल तो स्टूडेंट है. टीचर क्यों फेल होगा? टीचर तो अपने काम का अंजाम दे रहा है, वो अपना पूरा कर रहा है. लेकिन अफसोस है कि हम लोग जिस माहौल में इस बात में रहते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं एग्जाम को किसी दूसरे के साथ रोक दिया जाता है. ये मेरी गलती नहीं है, गलती कहीं दूसरी जगह. लेकिन मेरे ख्याल में क्या करें? मेरे ख्याल में टीचर कभी फेल नहीं होता है, फेल होता है स्टूडेंट, और इस वजह से वह अपने काम को अंजाम नहीं करता है. ओके, थैंक यू.
Now I would like to call Savita ma'am, and he will support this topic.
Chairman, sir, principal, sirs, all teachers. Good morning, all of you. हमारे सर ने प्रिंसिपल सर ने एडजस्ट किया है कि क्या बच्चे असफल होते हैं तो उसके जिम्मेदार शिक्षक. मैं इस बात को स्वीकार करती हूँ कि हम शिक्षकों का हमेशा यही कोशिश होता है कि हमारे बच्चे हम लगातार पढ़ाई करें, पढ़ाई पर ध्यान दें और हमेशा मेहनत करें. समय समय पर शिक्षकों के द्वारा अपने बच्चों को हमेशा एनकरेज करना चाहिए ताकि हमारे बच्चे पढ़ाई पर ध्यान दें. कुछ अपने जीवन का उदाहरण देकर भी हम बच्चों को समझाते हैं कि हम अपने स्टूडेंट लाइफ में ऐसे थे कि तुम भी इस बात को ध्यान दो, अनुशासन या कक्षा में शांत रहना, कंसंट्रेशन रखना, ये सब तुम्हारे लिए जरूरी है. तो कुछ हद तक हमारे बच्चे इस बात से प्रभावित होते हैं. तो समय समय पर राह दिखाना हम शिक्षकों का कर्तव्य है. अगर बच्चे बाई चांस कभी किसी सब्जेक्ट में अगर फेल करते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारे शिक्षकों का ही इसमें असर पड़ता है. तो हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हमारे बच्चों का जो विषय कमजोर है उस पर जो विषय शिक्षक होंगे उस पर थोड़ा ज़्यादा ध्यान दें, क्योंकि हमारे बच्चे अभी फूल नहीं है, वो एक कली गिरती है, अभी वो खिले नहीं है, उनको खिलाना है और उनको खिलने में हम शिक्षकों का सहयोग होना चाहिए. और हमेशा हमारे बच्चे जीवन में हमेशा सफल रहेंगे, ताकि अगर हमारे बच्चे सफल होते हैं तो हम शिक्षक भी सफल होते हैं. हमारी यही कोशिश है कि हम बच्चों को हमेशा उत्साहित करें, परिश्रम की भावना को जगाएं ताकि हमारे बच्चे अच्छे राह पर चले, मन लगाकर पढ़ाई करें और वह जीवन में कभी असफल नहीं रहें, ताकि हम लोग भी असफल ना हो.
So in order to make this event very exciting, I would like to call our respected principal sir, and he will speak in against of this topic, and definitely it will be exciting for us. Respected Chairman Sir, the topic being debated in the House today is it is the teacher, not the student, who fails. I completely disagree with this point of view. Why can't we say it is the teacher, not the student who wins? It is the teacher, not the student who succeeds. It is the teacher, not the students who got the first prize in quiz competition. It is the teacher who is admitted to IIT, not the student. If we cannot say this, what right have we to call it is the teacher who fails? That means for failure we blame the teacher, for good performance we don't give credit to the teacher. That means this sounds illogical. That means praise and criticism should go together. If you blame the teacher, you also praise. If you don't praise, credit is given to the student performance. Student has scored 95%, credit goes to him, not to the teacher. But if he fails, teacher is blamed. So therefore, we have to change our perception, our view. A teacher is teaching in a class to say 50 students. He is teaching, he is not partial there. He is not showing favor to one student. That means he is giving additional information to one student and suppressing information to another. He is not doing that. He is absolutely partial. He is giving the same information to all. One gets 100 and other gets 0. If he is impartial, then how can we say so? Can we blame the sun for deficiency of vitamin D to one individual? God has made, sun God has made available its solar light to all of us equally. And it is up to us to get vitamin D from the sunlight or not, that is up to us. If one individual is found deficient in vitamin D, can we blame the sun? The sun is so partial that a section of people are found deficient in vitamin D. So teacher is teaching in the class, paying equal attention to all. Somebody is doing well, somebody is not doing well, and for that teacher is responsible to some extent. Teacher is not responsible, I agree. But teacher is not entirely responsible because the child remains at school for 6 hours and remaining 18 hours at home. So can in fact whatever is done in the school is undone at home. The teacher tells something, the values at home are different. The teacher says that teachers should be our elderly people have to be respected. Where do we find at home elderly people are in fact say abused, they are beaten up, and what values does the child learn at home? And the child in fact gets different value at home where he spends 18 hours time and which cannot be undone at home in the school. So therefore can we really make the teacher responsible for misconduct or poor performance of the child? Is it actually correct? In over enthusiasm we tell the teacher is entirely responsible because he is teaching to the child and he must own responsibility for ensuring that the child passes. But there are many factors which contribute to the passing or failure of a child. And the role of the parent, the role of the society, the role of the child himself or herself cannot be totally ignored. We completely blame the teacher for this. Can we say that the teacher is partially responsible, partially fails? The parent also fails, the teacher fails entirely. It is the teacher's responsibility. And what about the parents? Parents don't have any responsibility, they don't fail, only the teacher fails. Therefore, I feel we must have realistic, reasonable line of thought. The teacher is no doubt responsible, but not completely responsible. And the teacher is teaching, in fact, impartially. Say, maybe it might have happened that the teacher could not pay the number of hours he should have devoted to a particular child. There might be many constraints, but to tell that the teacher is entirely responsible is not correct. One important thing I must tell, what about the
child, the same child who fails in mathematics and maybe in that gets prize in sports and games. The same child again brings prizes in sports and games. Does it happen that the teacher in that say does something only in this area whereas does nothing in the other area? The child has talent in one area, has minimum talent in the other area, and the child in fact say can pass the examination provided the parents, the school and the child himself they work harmoniously. So therefore I feel it is not correct, it is not wise, it is not very decent to say that the teacher only fails. Thank you very much.
After listening to Principal sir, I would like to share one thing. Before nominating the name of the participants, many of us were in hesitation. That how can I go in against of this very hot topic, and we are a teacher, and how can we say something against the students? But definitely, after listening our sir, many of us have changed their views. They want to, definitely they will like to speak something against, because due to fear, how can we go against this? So definitely we all are familiar with this term. Debate is debate. You are free to express your view, our view. So never we go through that it is wrong or right. We have to prove what we think. We have to prove by the facts. And the Principal sir has proved this. So now I would like to call the name Rawat sir. He will put his view in the favor of this topic.
Our debate topic is the teachers, not the students who cares. In this statements I have been the statements, but say the teachers is failed regarding the teaching learning process. If teachers is not failed, then why we need or a government has taken lot of remedies or the steps to improve the teaching learning process regarding the teachers. In this process, teachers always take a methods planning for improving the students, and also governments fulfill and plans to improve the skills development in the teachers. Therefore, we say teachers failed in the
Now I would like to request our Honorable Ajit sir.
First of all, good morning, Chairman sir, and all the participants, those who have participated in this debate competition. The topic is, it is the teacher, not the students who fails. I especially strongly agree that students do not get failed, because behind of it, first of all, we need to understand what is the meaning of teacher. If we are only writing a single word, that teacher means the teacher, those who come to the school and teach the students. Teachers, the role of teachers and the appearance of the teacher is divided into our society as well. A student first start learning right from his or her home. As a mother, as a father, as a friend, as a society, the people of society, they were responsible to guide the students. Then after, the second phase comes. In the second phase, the parents understand that I should have to send my child to the specialist one. And there is no doubt, the person, those who are assigned for their job in their school, and colleges, universities, everywhere, They are only assigned to enlighten the knowledge. So, if we did not do our work properly and we blamed that the child was not able to learn, the child was not giving proper attention to the classes, the child was not performing all the homework as well it was given by the teachers, that's where the student gets failed. Student gets failure. So on that situation, it is like we are just throwing our burden to the others. I don't want to take this blame on my shoulder that I didn't do anything for my student. But the reality is what? That we started doing our work, somewhere we skipped the step of the game of our life. Because as we are the participants which were assigned by only the Almighty, we came here only, the motto was not to only earn money and take the advantage from the society that I am the most respectable person of this society. That's why I was called teacher. I got prestige from the society, I got the prestige from the school management, I got the prestige from the college management even also. But the reality, just we need to ask a question from our heart, that are we doing justice to them? Are we giving all the effort in order to check their homework, or maybe giving the assignment, asking the assignment? If something was lacking from them, as because they were learners, teachers are also learners, but they were learners and they came here only to ask the other learner, sir, what did you plan if I could not achieve my milestone, if I could not achieve the passing marks, what were your plan? Did you execute it well? So the question comes, but whether the question comes from our their mouth or not, but it always starts to hint on our heart that they were asking every time, so whether our planning was good or not. Did we do all the tasks? Did we compile all the suggestions what were given by the parents as well, or maybe the school management? Somewhere we didn't follow the rules and regulations. Somewhere we didn't follow the empathy of a good personality like a good teacher. So I do believe that we should have to work in order to find out the weakness of a student. If we could not find out, if we could not find that what was the reason, why didn't he get proper marks or she didn't get proper marks to get passed or maybe promoted to the next class. So nobody is responsible. Parents, somewhere parents were responsible, but as I told you, it is my opinion that parents felt that time that I was unable to perform the task. That's why I sent you and to a specialist one. So he or she did well, but when they understood that my limitation is getting over, now it is your turn to think about my child, that's why they are paying fees. Even we take example for the government schools also. The government also pays salaries, and it is, if I am not wrong, the salaries comes from the taxes, different kinds of taxes that the common people pay. So how can we say that we were not responsible, as I felt that I need some work? I want to take an example. Sir, please. I want to take an example. Suppose, as a human being, we have some urgent piece of work at our home, and sometimes we request the school authority, school principal, college principal to get leave. Before taking the leave, if it comes in the form of emergency, it is okay. But for the whole year, at least I think for a single week, we have to make a plan that how many leave is required. required for a teacher. If a teacher is thinking that the marriage ceremony of my neighborhood is the most necessary part to spend 10 or 20 days and leaving the whole syllabus behind it, as because there are 365 days, I can maintain it. So as a teacher, if we feel that I have to learn something inside the class by taking the book and teaching something, on that day, only one thing will happen. A teacher will only learn. Maybe some difficult word, maybe some questions which were not being discussed among the students. And the last time we only told to ourselves that it is my duty to complete the syllabus. I am not agree that a teacher is only thinking that only I have to complete my syllabus. If you go through the NCERT syllabus, in NCERT books, we will find that only 10 to 15 chapters are there. And number of working days are maybe 220 or 180 or 220 or 240, it depends on the school. So within 240 days, if we are assigned every day a single period, and the task was only 10 to 15 chapters, as means the rest of all days are only meant for taking leave. So that's why in this particular session, I strongly disagree that a student fails. Students do not get failed. Somewhere we were responsible, we could not make justice, we could not give a proper amount of knowledge to them. That's why the result was like a fail. So this much only. Thank you very much.
Again, I would like to say something. After listening to this, definitely your mind will be converted that we should speak in the paper. This is the beauty of debate. After listening the points, the facts, when our mind divert in the favor of the particular person who is delivering, who is giving his view, and means he is past in giving the views and fitting the views in our mind. So thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Nan sir, and he will show his view in against of this topic. Sir.
Our new chairman sir, respected principal sir, vice principal sir, and all my teachers. And topic is, it is teacher, not the students themselves. इसके अगेंस्ट में मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, एक बहुत अच्छी पंक्ति है कबीर की, गुरु गोविंद दोनों कहे काके लागू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आप लोग गोविंद दियो। यदि टीचर्स में इतना असाधारण प्रतिभा नहीं होता, तो इतने बड़े कवि टीचर्स के फेल्योर के बारे में न कह करके उनके बारे में बताएं। दूसरी पंक्ति में ये कहना चाहता हूँ, गुरु कुम्हार शिष्य कुंभ है, गढ़ी गढ़ी काढ़े कोट, गुरु समान दाता नहीं, याचक शीश समान। ये पंक्ति स्पष्ट कर रहा है कि गुरु हमेशा दाता के रूप में प्रस्तुत होते हैं समाज में। टीचर्स आर रियली बैकबोन ऑफ द नेशन, और शिष्य जो है याचक के रूप में। तो याचक के रूप में शिष्य की असफलता हो सकती है, लेकिन दाता के रूप में गुरु की असफलता संभव है। गुरु की आज्ञा आवे, गुरु की आज्ञा जाए, कहे कबीर सो संत है, आवागमन नशाए। इस तरह से ये सारी पंक्तियां स्पष्ट कर रहा है कि टीचर की सफलता संभव नहीं। वह शिष्य है जिसे असफलता हो सकती है, क्योंकि उसे सीखना है, और शिक्षक को दाता के रूप में कुछ प्रदान करना है। उन्हीं पंक्तियों के
the teacher, not the student who fails. I support this statement and I am in favor of this statement that if this type of situation arises, not the student but the teacher has failed. As soon as a person decides to become a teacher, he is well aware of the all-round situations prevailing around his life system and all the difficulties which he will be finding. So, he takes a note in his mind that he is bound to teach his students in such a way that they are not going to fail in their subjects and ultimately in their life also. All the life situations are being dealt by the teachers particularly, and side by side with the knowledge of subject, the teacher trains his or her student to make his life also successful. Success has got different type of meanings and different type of measuring ideas, but a capable teacher is capable enough to frame the meaning of true success in his mind according to his or her life goals and situations. So comes the framing of situation, this syllabus, and step by step the child passes the classes. Nowadays our human lives have become so much complicated that the child is also affected by the situations, and the syllabus and the educational framework is being framed in such a way that he or she is capable enough to reach the particular area of knowledge given to him by the subject. That is why our approach to teach the students has been changing from time to time, and so many learned people are there to frame how to judge the improvement of the child. And so many type of examination system areas have been explored. How to judge the knowledge of the child. First of all, we are here to teach the subject according to the topics given in this book. But it is not only the rote learning. It is supported by different type of figures, facts, data, practical areas, drawing skills, hard spellings, value-oriented questions, high-order thinking questions. So, we are having three types of students mainly in our classroom: average, above average, and highly intelligent. All of us we know that average percentage is the highest in our class, and a few are there who are a little bit slow learner, and a few are there who are highly intelligent. So, keeping in view all these type of mental abilities, a teacher is well aware how to train his or her student. He starts teaching his subject month-wise, and side by side he conducts tests and asks the students to follow his instructions given by him to improve. Critical tests, unit tests, class tests, all these type of tests are being managed by our teachers, so that in small units a child is supposed to learn the topic, find the question answers, tackle the paper and score questions. In no way he or she is going to face a large number of chapters to handle, how to remember, how to learn. Next comes that when we are setting the questions, all the trained and efficient teachers are well aware of the fact that they are setting the questions also keeping in view the three type of mental abilities of the students. So, even the slow learners and those who are coming and joining the classes in these type of areas a little bit late, they also can handle a few questions and they will score minimum 40 marks. Apart from that, those who are above average, those who are intelligent, questions are like that, and the students are scoring towards his or her mental ability. Side by side, we are testing their skills also according to the framework of the structure. Each and every child is being persuaded by the teacher for the whole year, and as our administrators have stated that all the good teachers are in the capacity of making him or her present most of the time in the working hours. They never want to take undue leaves. They are keeping aside their family assignments sometimes, because they know it is their work to get in touch with the students for most of the working hours, so that their students can score nice in their examinations. Next comes the term that different type of oral tests, assignments, projects are there, according to which the ability of the child is being scored. If in the end of the session we are going to finalize who are the pass, who are the fail, most of the teachers will find that 100% students have passed. And it is the good justice for the child also. Even if some children are having not proper atmosphere at their home, the teacher persuades him to improve, and at the end of the session he gets him passed. So if he or she, some teacher has tried like this, it's no question that he is going to find out fail students. And it's not a matter, it's not a fact that a teacher should say that the child has failed. Really, the teacher has to face that he has failed. This is the
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Sachin sir. Please. बोला मैम।
कौन सा
हाँ, तो पेपर भी
नहीं पहले अगेंस्ट वाले किसी को एक पेपर हुआ ना एक अगेंस्ट करेंगे तब एक पेपर ही देंगे एक पेपर Respected Chairman Sir, Principal Sir, Vice Principal Sir, and my dear friends. Today, topic is it is the teacher, not the student who fails. I am completely disagree with this sentence. Teacher is not fail. The student is fail. Because a teacher teaches properly. Some students get 90% marks. Few students fail. Why? A teacher स्कूल में प्रॉपर ढंग से पढ़ाता है, लेकिन जब एग्जाम होता है तो सबका इक्वल मार्क्स नहीं आता है। क्यों? इसमें टीचर का दोष नहीं होता। जनरली स्टूडेंट जो है तीन प्रकार के होते हैं। एक तो प्रतिभाशाली जो बहुत जल्दी समझ जाते हैं, जिज्ञासु होते हैं, और एक सामान्य बुद्धि के होते हैं जो सामान्य तरीके से समझते हैं। एक मंद बुद्धि के होते हैं जो बार बार समझाइए फिर भी नहीं समझते, उसके जहन में स्टडी होता ही नहीं है। उसके जहन में ये होता है कि मुझे पढ़ना नहीं है, बस मुझे क्लास में खेलना है, मैं तो क्लास में मनोरंजन करने जाता हूँ, ये सोच कर आता है। जिस वक्त शिक्षक पढ़ा रहे होते हैं, ब्लैक बोर्ड पर चाम पट पर कुछ लिखते हैं, उस वक्त वैसे बच्चे कुछ ना कुछ गलती करते हैं, क्लास का माहौल खराब करते हैं। वो बच्चा ध्यान से नहीं सुनता, नहीं देखता। टीचर प्रॉपर ढंग से पढ़ा रहा, स्टूडेंट नहीं देख रहा, नहीं समझ रहा, जिसको नहीं पढ़ना। तो होता क्या है, वही बच्चा एग्जाम में कम मार्क्स आता है, उसका फेल होता है। एक टीचर पढ़ा रहा, देखिए 90% स्टूडेंट अबोव 90% मार्क्स ला रहा या 100% ला रहा। सम स्टूडेंट, कुछ स्टूडेंट कम मार्क्स ला रहा, एक स्टूडेंट फेल कर गया या कुछ ही स्टूडेंट का कम मार्क्स आया, तो वही टीचर पढ़ाया जो 100% स्टूडेंट, उसी टीचर का पढ़ाया हुआ 100% मार्क्स ला स्टूडेंट, और एक फेल कर रहा है तो क्यों फेल कर?
क्योंकि वो समझता नहीं है, वो सुनता नहीं है, ध्यान नहीं देता है। विद्यार्थी के 5 लक्षण होते हैं, संस्कृत में है श्लोक, कार्य चेष्टा वको ध्यान श्वान निद्रा इत्यादि अल्पाहारी विद्यार्थी 5 लक्षण। विद्यार्थी के 5 लक्षण होते हैं। जिस विद्यार्थी में 5 लक्षण नहीं है तो विद्यार्थी नहीं है। कौवे की तरह चेष्टा, बगुले की तरह ध्यान, कुत्ते की तरह निंद्रा और अल्पाहारी थोड़ा भोजन करे और गृह त्यागी, घर में तो ज्ञान होता नहीं है, घर को त्यागना पड़ता है। तो ये जो 5 लक्षण जिसमें है वही प्रतिभाशाली विद्यार्थी है, वो समझता है। इसमें कहीं टीचर का दोष नहीं। टीचर कभी नहीं चाहता है कि मेरा स्टूडेंट खराब हो। टीचर को एक माली की तरह, इस तरह माली पौधे को सीखता है, उसी तरह टीचर तैयार करता है अपने विद्यार्थी को, अच्छा ज्ञान देता है। वो कभी नहीं चाहता कि मेरा विद्यार्थी जो है, टीचर वह है, गुरु वह है जो अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर ले जाता है, जो अज्ञानता से ज्ञान की ओर ले जाता है। कबीरदास ने भी लिखा है, गुरु कुम्हार है, गरी माटी काढ़े खोट, अंदर हाथ सहाय दे बाहर बाहर चोट। कहने का मतलब कर्तव्य है इसका कि गुरु कुम्हार के समान होता है। जैसे कुम्हार घड़े को बनाता है, संरचना करता है, तो अंदर से हाथ का सहारा देकर बाहर से चोट करता है कि वो टूटे नहीं, और फिर उसको आग में पकाता है। ये सब क्यों करता है? ये सब करता है इसलिए उसको अच्छा बनाने के लिए। ऐसा नहीं कि उसको मार देने के लिए, फोड़ देने के लिए, उसको बर्बाद करने के लिए नहीं होता है। शिक्षक के ध्यान में शिक्षक हमेशा उसको अच्छा ज्ञान देता है, और ज्ञान जो है अमर चीज है, नॉलेज इज इमॉर्टल। तो कभी भी शिक्षक का ये नहीं होता है। इसलिए कहा भी गया है गुरु के बारे में, जैसा नयन सर ने कहा कि गुरु, एक और मैं बता रहा हूँ, गुरु साक्षात परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। यानी गुरु साक्षात जो है ब्रह्मा है, विष्णु है। गुरु गोविंद दो खरे काको लागा पाप, गुरु बलिहारी आपने जो गोविंद दियो बताया। गुरु के बारे में गुरु कभी भी गलत नहीं होता, वो गलत शिक्षा नहीं देता। हाउ कैन से दैट टीचर इज फेल? वही शिक्षक पढ़ाया तो 100% मार्क्स में मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट का है। 1-2 स्टूडेंट का कम आया, कुछ स्टूडेंट का कम आया, तो आप कैसे कह सकते हैं कि टीचर फेल? थैंक यू।
Now I would like to invite Poonam ma'am.
अभी जैसे सर ने कहा कि टीचर फेल नहीं होता है, स्टूडेंट फेल होता है, तो मैं उनकी बात से सहमत नहीं हूँ, क्योंकि टीचर ही फेल होते हैं। इसलिए कि पढ़े हुए को पढ़ा देना, बने हुए को बना देना बहुत आसान होता है, लेकिन जो बच्चा नहीं पढ़ रहा है उसको पढ़ा देना ही बहुत मुश्किल है। तो वही टीचर की असली गुण है। टीचर की पहचान, एक शिक्षक की पहचान वहीं पे आती है कि जो बच्चा नहीं पढ़ रहा है उस बच्चे को आप कैसे शिक्षित कर सकते हैं, वो आपके अंदर की गुण उसके सामने आती है। तो मैं इस बात से सहमत हूँ कि कहीं ना कहीं टीचर ही फेल होता है, जिसके कारण बच्चे फेल होते हैं। कुछ बच्चे अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं समझते हैं, जिसके कारण वो प्रॉपर होमवर्क या क्लास में डिस्टर्ब रहना या क्लास को में खेलना, वो उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। पर ऐसा नहीं है कि वो फेल हमारी वजह से हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम वैसा नहीं कॉन्सेप्ट दे पा रहे हैं। तो बच्चे हमारे क्लास में शरारत कर रहे हैं, कुछ बच्चे ध्यान से सुन रहे हैं, तो वो उनकी पेरेंट्स की भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है। लेकिन एज अ क्लास टीचर, क्यों किसी भी चीज में किसी भी बात को एक क्लास टीचर के रूप में रखा गया है। क्लास टीचर 6 घंटे के वर्किंग आवर में एक माँ का या एक पिता का रोल निभाती है। तो हर कोई किसी भी बात, अगर कोई भी बात होता है एक क्लास में बातों को सुनने लगे। तो इस टॉपिक में मुझे वो बात याद आ गई। और एक बात और याद आ रही है कि मेरी दादी ने कहा था, मतलब मेरी दादी सास ने कहा है कि जो जन्मा हुआ बच्चा और आई हुई दुल्हन को आप जैसे सांचे में ढालते हैं वैसे ढलता है। तो उसी तरह से बच्चा मिट्टी का बर्तन है। एक कुम्हार मिट्टी का बर्तन को जैसा शेप चाहे वैसा दे सकता है। तो हम भी एक बच्चे को जैसा शेप देना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि बच्चा को मिट्टी के बर्तन से तुलना की गई है। एक छोटे बच्चे को मिट्टी के बर्तन से तुलना की गई है, तो एक छोटा बच्चा मिट्टी के बर्तन के समान होता है। और कुम्हार चाहे तो उसको जैसा शेप देना चाहता है वैसा दे देता है। तो एक टीचर भी बच्चों को वर्किंग आवर में 6 घंटे की वर्किंग आवर में जैसा वो पढ़ाता है, जैसा वो कॉन्सेप्ट को क्लियर करता है, वो बच्चे उसी तरह से समझते हैं। तो मैं इस बात से सहमत हूँ।
Now I would like to invite Vijay sir.
Respected Chairman sir, Principal sir, Vice Principal sir, and honorable teachers. Today, I do not believe in it that it is the teacher, not the student, who fail, because the teacher teaches to all the students, but who achieve their given knowledge for interesting and carefully, they get good marks. But they succeed in exam, but who they have not basic knowledge of the subject, or they do not accept their all, they cannot get good knowledge, and they are not success. सज्जनों, मुझे बहुत कुछ नहीं कहना है, लेकिन 1, 2, 3 बात जरूर करना है। मेरे सम्मानित शिक्षकगण दोनों पॉइंट पर ये बात कर चुके हैं कि टीचर फेल होते हैं, कुछ लोग कहते हैं लेकिन नहीं होते हैं। मैं इस पॉइंट पर हूँ कि टीचर कभी फेल नहीं होते हैं, क्योंकि मैं बहुत दूर नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ। विद्यार्थी का 2 रूप में बताना चाहता हूँ। विद्यार्थी जो इंटरेस्टिंग से, शौक से अगर विद्या हासिल करते हैं और अपने गलतियों को स्वीकार करने की क्षमता रखते हैं, वो कभी फेल नहीं होते। लेकिन इसके अभाव में वह विद्यार्थी जो आंतरिक स्व इच्छा से परे होकर विद्या हासिल करते हैं, और दूसरा पॉइंट अपनी गलती को स्वीकारते नहीं हैं, वही फेल होते हैं। मैं बहुत दूर नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ। हिंदी सब्जेक्ट है मेरी, कुछ बच्चे ऐसे हैं कि 40 में 40 मार्क्स लाए, डिफरेंस मार्क्स लाए। कुछ बच्चे ऐसे हिंदी में हैं जिन्हें हिंदी का वर्तन ही लिखने नहीं आया है, वह कुछ का कुछ लिख दिए हैं। जैसे हमारे सम्मानित ऑनरेबल प्रिंसिपल साहब ने उस दिन कहा, जो कौन सर ने एक उदाहरण दिए थे कि लेख आया नदी पर और वह विद्यार्थी गाय को पढ़ रहा था और शुरू किया नदी का 1-2 पॉइंट और लिख दिया गाय पर। तो प्रिंसिपल साहब ने कहा कि मेरे अनुसार उसको नंबर नहीं देना चाहिए। तो मैं भी उस तरह का रूप लेकर चलता हूँ जो कहा जाता है, प्रश्न जो करता है, अगर उसका निष्कर्ष नहीं निकलता है, उस पॉइंट पर नहीं है, उसको मैं मार्क्स नहीं देता हूँ। एक विद्यार्थी है 9th क्लास का, अपने क्लास की स्कूल है, उसे बेसिक नॉलेज नहीं है, वो कहीं बाहर से आया है और वह वर्तनी भी नहीं जानता है। उसकी कॉपियाँ अगर आप देखेंगे तो क्या लिखा है कोई नहीं पढ़ पाएगा। उसको 8 नंबर आया मात्र, और उसी क्लास में 40 नंबर के बच्चे आए हैं। तो इसको देखकर मैं कैसे कह सकता हूँ बेसिकली नॉलेज नहीं है, ये आपने गलती को स्वीकार नहीं करता है, वही बच्चे फेल करते हैं। मैं ज़्यादा नहीं कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ कि 2 पॉइंट है। अगर बच्चे अपनी गलती को स्वीकार करें और अपने अंतरिच्छा से, अंतरात्मा की तरफ से, जैसे विद्यार्थी का जो लक्षण है या ड्यूटी है, उसके अनुसार वो ग्रहण करता है, तो कभी फेल नहीं होगा। और इसके लिए होता है व्हाट इज स्टडी। स्टडी है क्या? बी केयरफुल इज द स्टडी। सावधानी ही पढ़ाई है। तो क्लास में रहेंगे और सावधानी से नहीं हासिल करेंगे और अपनी गलती स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे, वही विद्यार्थी फेल करता है, टीचर कभी फेल नहीं करता।
सपोर्ट में कोई बोलना चाहते हैं, किसी को बुला लीजिए, कोई समाज में कर ले। अपोजिशन में मुझे बुलाइए, मैं
एग्जाम्पल मैं देना चाहता हूँ।
नहीं, ऐसे एग्जाम्पल नहीं, अभी एक समअप करेगा, ठीक है ना? अपोजिशन को
जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं इसके अलावा अगर किसी को लगता है कि कोई पॉइंट छूट गया तो बोल सकता है।
So first of all, from my core of heart, I would like to thank you everyone who just give their own opinion. As it is a debate, and still I do believe that teachers get fail. Teachers get fail in a particular mission. If we are not supposed to understand what is the meaning of mission, always we will start to blame the student. Students are consumer. If you take an example of a businessman, you have opened a shop. Who will come there? Obviously, the consumer will come. If your product is not good, if in your product there are many things which is useless, or maybe people don't like that, obviously there will be a day the people will stop coming at your shop. And the other side, you are decorating your shop, advertising about your shops, telling everything that I am the honest one, but the practical is what? I didn't care when time was assigned to sell my product. I was only busy in order to take the profit. Same like that, when a teacher is involved only the earning money and not thinking about the benefit of the students, the day will come, because it rotates. The day will come when the people will start to ask, what about your children? I want to share a thought among you, whether you believe or not. I want to ask. I say, cows don't give milk. Do you agree? Will you raise your hand? Cows don't give milk. कितने लोग इससे एग्री करते हैं कि गाय दूध नहीं देती है? यानी सारे लोग मानते हैं कि गाय दूध देती है? नोट कीजिएगा प्रिंसिपल सर, इस बात को थोड़ा ध्यान दिया जाए कि गाय cows don't give milk. आप लोगों ने कहा कि ये गलत है, गाय तो दूध देती ही देती है। गौर से समझिएगा। Still I say cows don't give milk. Then what happens? तो दूध कहाँ से आता है? It is the responsibility of a man who extract the milk. गाय अपने आप दूध दी थी। गाय से दूध निकालने के लिए एक आदमी ने गाय से दूध निकाला था। तो स्टूडेंट्स अपने आप फेल हो गए, हमने फेल करा दिया। हमारा इंटेंशन ही नहीं था कि हम 100% अपनी एबिलिटी स्टूडेंट्स के